It's here.
Hello?
Have you checked the children?
They're all pots, all of them.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Here's Gingy.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you. Gentlemen, I am pain.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
I think he's in trouble.
Julie, this guy, if he can't take a joke, he stinks.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror Freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Flesh Wound Horror. We got some more extreme horror on deck today from Ryan Nicholson. I am Daniel Shine, joined as always by that douche Todd Loya, Pugs Dread, and Kruger. Gentlemen, how goes the evening?
Goes well.
It goes much better now. So, yeah, I think we're reviewing some stuff tonight. It's hat free. So,
Okay.
there he is.
God damn it, Todd. Yes, we got. I didn't mean to trigger you right off the bat, Todd. So yes, we got some Ryan Nicholson stuff. Ryan Nicholson, who sadly passed away not too long ago.
Oh man!
All right.
Last year. Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess we can kind of go over this stuff at the beginning. Well, for those who don't know, he passed away from cancer last year.
Mhm.
After being, there was a bit of a controversy because of the Gutter Balls. He did a Gutter Balls Kickstarter that never came out. I mean, to be fair, that got thrown off when he was like battling cancer. And then he did one more after, and everything didn't get finished before he died.
Mhm.
But Unearthed bought all of the right. Well, they were already working together, Unearthed and Ryan Nicholson, to finish the final cut of Gutter Balls 2.
Mhm.
So, and it basically Unearthed, like at some point, bought the entire Plot Digger catalog. So they will be releasing pretty much everything that he's done. And yeah, I know Gutter Balls 2 is going to be the big one that they finish.
Which is
editing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, which is also a good thing because for a while he was kind of just self-distributing stuff in Canada. Like I think New Dead Girls never got like a wide release anywhere. I think that was him. There's a few others. So yeah, I'm really glad to see Unearthed putting out his catalog and more people getting to see it. In fact, our first film tonight, Famine, was another one before the Blu-ray came out. I know I had like a German Blu-ray of it. So
there was a Kickstarter Blu-ray.
Okay. Yeah. They weren't easy to come by necessarily. So, yeah. So I'm glad. And I don't think I ever met him when I was in Toronto. I might have crossed paths with him briefly, but I talked to him a few times, like on Facebook and stuff. Really cool dude. And yeah, it'll be fun to revisit some of these because I've been a fan ever since like Live Feed, I believe, which is I think the next one that's coming. All right, so we'll kick it off now with Famine, which is a 2011 film from Ryan Nicholson. 2 years after a high school prank that nearly killed popular teacher Mr. Ballsack during the school's annual famine, the graduating class of Sloppy Secondary, Todd knows about that school, try to forget the incident and decide to hold a 24-hour famine in hopes of making it an annual event again. It isn't long before students and staff start turning up dead at the hands of a killer masquerading as the school's mascot. Is Ballsack back for revenge? All right. So,
interesting note, Ballsack was Dan's nickname in high school, too.
That's messed up, Todd. Messed up. Anyways,
yearbook.
The yearbook.
Did I throw you off?
You did throw me off. Maybe I'm having oh shit. Now you made me depressed, Todd. Kruger, take it away since Todd triggered me again.
I like this. I like this one. I really like the music and like how they would play death metal like during the kill scenes. That shit was awesome. The nerd was like my favorite part of the movie. She cracked me the fuck up, and like when she'd like do something and just go ha ha ha. And like that shit was having me dying by the end of the movie. And the gore was fucking great. And I really liked I really liked everything. The only thing that I didn't really the only like negative thing I had to say about it was like a couple of this is kind of like a common theme I think with this dude's movies, but like a couple of the cuts were a little like choppy, and like there was a couple of things like somebody wouldn't be in like the right position or something like that. But other than that, fucking great slasher, and I highly recommend it for anybody that loves slashers like I do. It's my favorite subgenre of horror in general, and this shit was awesome.
Yeah, I think it's interesting when this first came out. I think a lot of reviews kind of misunderstood what he was going for, because this is definitely, to me, kind of at the same time a parody of sort of more cheesy latter-day slashers, particularly Slaughter High. My T-shirt for this evening, actually, down to the acid, and this is kind of a love letter to the more campy slasher flicks that kind of came out, particularly like right after that golden age in the early 80s. And I don't think it worked for everybody, but I liked it even more now seeing it again. What did you think of Famine, Pugs?
So this totally melded like two of my favorite things ever. Horror, obviously. And are you guys familiar with Strangers with Candy?
Yeah,
the old comedies. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You need to watch fucking Strangers with Candy. It's a comedy show. It's like an after school special, but like everything's reversed. So like she's just a shithead.
I think I have seen that. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So it just seemed like a Halloween episode with Strangers with Candy, and it won my heart over. I absolutely adored this movie. I like the fucking retarded girl. She's hilarious. I like the attractive goth lady, whatever. Well, I don't even know. Was she a student or she was like, fuck, I don't remember.
No, she was a teacher, I think. She was like a student teacher or some shit like that.
Miss Vicker.
Yeah, I even like the loud annoying when you screamed a lot.
Yeah. like the entire cast was there to have a good time, and it showed. Yeah, budget restrictions and all this is just fun. And like gory as shit.
Well, Ryan Nicholson was a special effects artist first.
Yes.
And I think the last thing he worked on,
Flesh and Fantasy, right? That was his company.
I'm not sure. Was it Dan? I know Plot Digger Films. I don't know his effects company's name.
Yeah, I can't remember. He did like two things. I think like Torched was one before he actually. I want to say Live Feed was technically the first one, but I could be wrong.
I don't think you're understanding the question at all, Dan.
Oh, I thought you meant when you had the
his makeup shit. Anyway, I actually know a bunch of people that knew him, which I didn't find out until like he started seeing the Facebook. Oh, my friend passed away. And I was like, oh, that sucks. But I never met him, but seemed like a good dude.
Yeah, the last thing he worked on, I know some people hate on it, and I get it, was The Predator.
I mean, good for him.
Yeah,
you know what, man? Like that movie sucks, but as a fan of the franchise, you kind of always have to have like a shit fucking movie in the franchise. And Predator didn't have a shit one, didn't have a shit sequel, and you know what? Like it was campy and stupid at times, but for what it was still kind of fun.
AVPR.
I was gonna say, are we excluding the Alien vs. Predator?
Yes. I'm talking about just Predator.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll agree.
Fair.
I like Thomas Jane though in the last one.
Dan really connected with the autistic boy.
Oh, that's messed up.
Before the music for Famine, He wasn't a close friend of mine, but his name's Killjoy. He's from Necrophagia. He just passed away 4 years ago. Not extremely long ago, but he has like a bunch of bands. He's one of those guys. But he has a like soundtrack group called Enoch, which is like just it shows his love for Goblin, and he allowed them to use the music because they were friends too.
Okay.
And also, Necrophagia is the shit.
Have you ever seen Goblin live, Pugs?
I actually have not. I've had an opportunity, and I kept missing it. So once the bullshit's over, maybe.
Yeah, they were touring like right before, I think. I really popped for this one. Again, a lot of the humor. It's a love letter, like I said, to those really cheesy slashers. I love, and again, right out of Slaughter High, when Kathy is trying to hook up with Mr. Ballsack. That had me laughing pretty hard. And my favorite character was the guy that I don't know if they were like little Susies or what they were, but he kept like trying to eat them in the crapper. That was pretty hilarious. Todd, what did you think of Famine?
This was actually the first time I've actually watched it. I've seen Gutterballs, and well, we'll get to that one later. I really fucking like this one too. Kruger knows this. It's hard to have like a slasher like this recent, and a lot of times it's just hard to make it this entertaining. Yeah. They'll miss something. I mean, this had like it had the blood, it had the tits, it had the
little light on that though, the tits.
But it wasn't. Yeah, well, Dan, they all weren't like
compared to another one we're doing tonight.
Well, yeah, but it still hit all the points, and even with the acting a little off, which I give passes. I mean, let's be honest, Friday the 13th never was a master class in acting, so it doesn't bother me when it's a little.
Well, and I thought it was purposeful in this again.
I did too.
Yeah,
I felt like with like I said, the one who yelled a lot. I felt like she was going over the top on purpose.
Yeah,
but not enough to make it. I don't want to say self-aware because I think it was, but sometimes it gets a little too, and then it just doesn't work. So I think she was restrained enough to make it work what they were trying to do with. I'm assuming, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot.
Also, 5 years in high school. That's just funny alone.
It was like a special ed thing, Pugs. Maybe that's took a little longer.
They beat you by a year, Dan?
It's Canada. It takes some,
Oh, it's different over there. Okay.
Different. It might have been 5 years in Canada. I don't know. I don't know what they do. But yeah, no. Like I said, if you're looking for just a super serious balls to the wall slasher, this is not that. It is funny. It is again a parody. And I had a lot of fun with it. I actually liked this, I think, a lot more the second time I saw it, because I think the first time I saw it like probably not too long after Gutterballs, and I was kind of expecting something like super brutal like that. But it brings the gore, some great kills, some great stabbing. I give this one 3.5 stars. What say you, Kruger?
I gave it 4. I think I liked it a little bit more than you. But yeah, just great stuff. Like the good, like you said, the gore is like what really stood out to me the most. That and like I said, anytime you're gonna have fucking death metal blaring in the back while I'm watching somebody get massacred, you're gonna end up having me love the fucking movie. So
yeah, I am a solid 4. I'd like to go higher, but 4 is good, and everyone should watch this.
Yeah.
4 also. Dan's the one throwing it off.
And also, everyone should listen to Necrophagia.
And there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, I definitely recommend this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, grab that now. So far, I hope they have Hanger too. I don't know if I've heard that, but
the sequel?
No. Just okay.
Again, they have the entire catalog.
Okay, I wasn't sure because that came out like through Vicious Circle, but
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. They have the entire Plot Digger catalog.
All right, sweet. So we get that too. Breaking
because if you do that, everything else came out with other labels. Has nothing to do with it. Live Feed came out through not Vicious Circle, but someone else.
I'm excited to talk that.
Yeah.
Live Feed. See, my problem now is I don't want to wait for a lot of the Blu-rays to hit, so I'm just like gonna probably watch them before that.
Yeah, I still need to see Live Feed. I've never seen it.
Dude,
yeah.
You like Cannibal Corpse? There's a song that's hits home.
That came out like not long after Hostel, I remember. Like I want to say
It was 2006, I think.
Yeah, something like that. It was a little late, but yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to revisiting that. Unearthed has I know there's a 2-disc and a 1-disc coming out on that, and I'm not sure what the difference is. It might actually have CD on it. A CD.
I think that one is shit. I just looked it up too. Well, I know that there's a 2-disc of Gutterballs also that has like 3 hours worth of outtakes. I'm checking with the. Yeah, I actually have it on in the background.
3 hours of strikes.
I don't even know what they're doing. Live Feed doesn't really say exactly.
I ordered the 2-disc, but
but well, I'm sure the specs will be out there if they're not already.
Yeah, yeah. So just keep your eyes out. All right, so we'll get to arguably maybe his most popular film, Gutterballs, which. A brutally sadistic rape leads to a series of bizarre, gory murders during a midnight disco bowlerama at a popular bowling alley. One by one, players of two teams meet blood-drenched, gruesome deaths at the hands of a black bowling-gloved masked killer. This alley runs red with blood by sunrise. All right, so obviously down for this when I first heard about it, a slasher bowling alley. I'm in. I do have to say before we get into this review, just to reveal this ahead of time so nobody thinks we're being unfair. Todd was one of the stunt cocks in the penetration edition, so his opinion, he did work on the film, so I just want to throw that out there. But Kruger, what did you think?
And I should throw in Dan was the victim also in the scene too.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
I like this one a lot, man. Like honestly, really loved it. The score was awesome. It total throwback, kind of synthy. The gore was great. Story was fucking awesome. I loved how it didn't take itself too serious. Yeah, man, everything about it was just, really good. The only downside the only negative I can even say in this movie is that there was a couple of points where the dialogue was a little bit hard to hear because I don't know if that was an audio issue, but other than that, that's the only bad thing I have to say about it. Fucking loved it.
But before anyone else, didn't you also have a little
another shit? I completely forgot.
No.
So fucking when I turned this on, everybody in my house was watching it with me, and obviously it got a little awkward. But the first thing that happens in the movie is girl bends over to grab her bowling ball and her pussy lips are showing, and my fucking mom goes, "Oh, I bet you Dan recommended this movie."
Wow.
I love Mama Kruger. She rules.
Shit was awesome.
Yeah. Now you can blame me. Like whenever it's like, oh, he told me to watch it. I had to review it. You're in the clear now.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
What did you think, Pugs? This is one I know you love.
Absolutely. So, like, two of my favorite movies of all time: The Big Lebowski, The Accused. They meet in this movie, and they mesh so well. So I saw this
first time Oh no, okay. I was gonna ask if this was your first time.
Oh, absolutely not. Seeing the penetration edition, yes. And
Okay.
I will say this: it really brings nothing except it brings nothing to the table. I mean, you get to see like a clip of pornography, but you can watch the non-penetrative edition and still have a good time. And the for me, the thrusts don't add up, and it's not as rough as it should be. Like,
why are you insulting Todd's work, Pugs? That's rude. He's right here.
He was being professional on set, and he was taking it easy on the JJ. So good for him. Being a good co-star. You brought it up.
Right.
But so I saw this movie back when it came out on home video with Evil Ed, who's been on here before. He saw it before I did. He's like, dude, you got to come over and watch this movie. You're gonna absolutely love it. So we had like a bunch of people come over. Nailed it. Strike. We were hooting and hollering the entire time. Everything from the long ass rape scene, which is great, to the fucking douchebag preppy fucks who are doing their job, because I hate every one of them, but I kind of like them.
I like the one that looks like Dean Ambrose, like the younger years. It was pretty amusing.
The transgender person, the pre-op, I loved him or her, whatever. Dude, everybody in this movie fucking rules. And all hail the BBK, because shit, yeah, I fucking absolutely adore this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's really, I mean, there's so much. Most of this is going to be balls deep on this movie, because it is like a fucking. This one's more parody than the last one, but it's not like too over the top, because it still respects the slasher elements. I mean, so it's not like a complete, over the top. Well, it is over the top. God, what am I trying to say?
I was gonna say it's pretty fucking over the top.
It is. It is over the top, but I mean, it doesn't. It still has a straightforward slasher. It's not like Scary Movie that over the top.
Let me interject one more thing. So as the rape started and they throw her on the pool table, I remember this vividly. I'm like, oh man, I wish this was a pinball machine. Evil Ed goes, wait for it. Yeah.
What if Leo Rossi played the bowling alley?
Oh my god. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. This is a brutal ass movie. It's not without its humor, but for sure. But I mean, this one
it's got tons of humor. What are you talking about?
Well, dark humor, but yeah, it's there's a lot of mutilated genitals and stuff that might make it hard for some
gushes out. It gushes the fuck out.
we definitely need to talk about a couple of kills in the spoiler section.
Yeah,
I got some shit.
I'll just say Dan was the stunt cock.
Oh, yeah.
Did he go Shia LaBeouf and go method? Like,
yeah.
I don't think anybody's that method, but yeah, I mean, and this is another one too. This is down and dirty in a way that's very hard to do now. This is very not a PC movie at all, and I'm really excited, but also kind of nervous for the sequel. It's going to be kind of hard to recapture all of this, in my opinion, but I do look forward to it. And as funny as it is, it still gets intense at times too. When it comes down to it, and there are some awesome highlight reel kills in this film, and the dialogue, everything. I think it's fair to say this is probably Nicholson's masterpiece, arguably. And we'll talk a little more on the spoilers more openly about a few things, but for me, yeah, I'm a 5. I love this film. This is one I revisit a lot. What say you, Kruger?
I was gonna go 4.5, but honestly, like, my only fucking problem was that audio issue. So fuck it, I'm gonna go 5 too.
Awesome.
5.
There we go.
Absolutely.
One big strike.
One big strike. All right, so spoiler warning now, guys, if you're listening to the audio version. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, by the way. We're still new on YouTube, and it helps. All right, spoiler warning. So if you haven't seen them yet and you're picky, come back and pick up where you left off later. All right, so
it's so on Dan to like give a spoiler warning. It's weird.
God damn. All right, so Todd had his period earlier.
Dan, we're not having this conversation now. We're going to go.
All right. Spoilers. What kill did you want to discuss, Kruger? Because there were a lot.
All right. So, are we doing famine first?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Or
sure.
do you want? The famine. Just like I just wanted to point out how fucking nasty that throat slitting kill was.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, that shit looks sick as hell. Like it, because like you can get away with just doing a stupid little gore effect, nothing major, but they had that full prosthetic and it just looked gross. And then the dishwasher kill was fucking killer. I love that shit so much.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the effects background because that was an awesome slit throat. I mean, it was like almost made her into like a Pez dispenser. It was
OJ Simpson would approve.
Nobody does it better than OJ Pugs.
He's the juice.
He is. Yeah, there you go. That's why they call him that. Famine was a really good time. The first time I saw that one again, I don't know, it was like not my favorite of his. And I don't think I've seen Nude Dead Girls yet. So that one went out of print. So I'm kind of curious to see. I've heard that one's a little more in the torture realm, I believe. I have to double check. I'm pretty sure that was Ryan Nicholson, but
it was.
Okay. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
All right, so that'll be
That sounds good.
It does, yes. I usually have to go to Todd's house for Nude Dead Girls, but I'll be able to enjoy that in my own.
You've been banned. You absolutely can't keep a secret, or your mouth shut, or spoil it yourself. You figure you can hide it under your hat or some shit, but no. The header hole lets it all out.
That's messed up. That'd be a good way to explain like a pro wrestler that he like got a header. That'd be a good backstory. Nobody's ever used that. Kane, dude. Pugs Kane. He got a header at the funeral home.
No, he gives headers.
Yeah.
Katie Vick. Come on.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. he screwed her brains out. All right, gutter balls. Spoiler. We won't go into wrestling. I'm sorry. Gutter balls. Wow. There's a lot. I love the two bowling balls together kill.
Yes, dude. That was my favorite kill. That was my favorite fucking kill. Like, and just like the way her brain fucking popped up the top of her head like a cartoon. Like, that shit was killer. And then, like, dude, how nasty was that penis bisection on the tranny girl? Oh, dude, I was just like, yeah, fucking screaming.
That was so fucking brutal. There are certain things, even being like a seasoned gorehound, that can still get you. And dude, dick stuff always gets me. Like, it always does. That's why I love it when it happens. Like, I remember when you guys were reviewing porno. I didn't really like that movie, but that fucking dick explosion or the ball explosion was fucking awesome. That one got me too because it started off feeling like it was going to be a little more of a light kind of horror film. Yeah. And then when they got to that, I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I guess this is going to earn its R rating now.
And then that shotgun kill too, man, in Gutter Balls. Yeah.
You know what? There's also a very nice way to go. So I either want to be killed, but in a movie, by a big old TV falling down on me, or having a girl's pussy just smother my face and just pass gently. That's a good way.
Man. Yeah, if you're gonna die, that's not.
Dan wants to be on the other end.
I kind of figured.
Fucked up,
dude. When he's suffocating him too, and he's like, saying to the girl, "Oh, you're using teeth. You're using teeth."
I was dying.
Yeah, it was definitely awkward to watch this with my mom.
Well, funny story, as on some of the Vinegar Syndrome shows, we've watched some of the more adult stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pugs, you want to take it from there?
Oh yeah. So one time I had I don't even remember what movie it was, but I had no idea it was full blown pornography. So I was watching it in the living room, not giving a fuck. Out comes my mom, and they're straight up fucking, and I'm like, well, I mean, we're both adults here, but I'm gonna take this to my room. I'll talk to you later.
You should have just not said a word, Pugs.
I know sold it, but in my mind, in the back of my fucking body, though, I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. I revert back to a fucking child.
Did she say anything or
no? She knows I watch a bunch of fucked up shit, so. But still, like, out of respect and unease, I'm gonna move back to my room.
Yeah. The knob gobbing starts. That's you kind of gotta.
That does remind me. I was watching Caligula one time in the living room with like a couple of friends, and it was the orgy scene. And my grandmother, she's like, "What the fuck are you guys watching?" I was like, "It's Caligula. I'll let you see it later if you want to watch it, Grandma."
It's a historical epic.
Yeah. She's also the one that took me to go see Seven in theaters, and she stayed with me to watch House of Thousand Corpses. My grandma ruled.
That's awesome. I'm
my grandma watched House of Thousand Corpses with me too.
Fuck yeah! See, Granny's on set.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Malcolm McDowell's interview about Caligula? Because he didn't know about all of the porn that was inserted into it, and his whole is like, yes, I go to see the movie, and there's these lesbians and
whatever. Crisco hand, I know what prima nocta as fuck. That shit's awesome. I love Caligula. We should do a commentary.
We can do, I'm down for a Caligula one. I can, it really fucked Malcolm McDowell, but that is a great movie. So, guys, be sure to check out fleshwindfeatures.com on Facebook. Be sure to join the Horror Cartel Fleshwind Radio group, or we'll cut off your fucking head, and like the Fleshwind Features Facebook page. And, of course, support us, patreon.com/fleshwindfeatures. It all starts at just $1, and we got exclusive new content and early content. Really helps us out. And on YouTube, if you're not watching on YouTube, be sure to go on there, like, share, and subscribe. We're new to YouTube, so it really helps raise our profile. And guys, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure once again. Kruger, we'll have you back soon.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah, Kruger.
I love being on. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. All right, I guess we're out then, right?
Good night, guys.
Strike.